Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, igama ngu Asanda Wagandini, and I disappear a lot on YouTube, but I'm here. welcome. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel if you like anything Christian faith, journey as an attorney, and anything in between, lifestyle, you name it. I think about it and I speak or write about it. Okay, so if you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be reviewing my journey as an attorney. I've written points of what I want to speak about, what I want to reflect on. So basically, just how have things been? How are things different from 33 months ago? I can't believe that I was a candidate attorney. Today is the 10th of November. According to the legal practice, my articles were registered on the 10th of February 2020. So it's been exactly 33 months today. What happened to time? Like, it was 2020 just now, and then now it's 2024. Anyways, so that means I've actually just worked within the legal profession at this point for about 4 years and how many months? 9 months, 4 years, 9 months. I'm quite bad at maths. That's why I'm an attorney. So about 4 years and 9 months, I've actually worked in the legal field today. All right. And some of the things that I want to speak about is firstly how I've done it. So as you all know, I practiced in a general practice. I did my articles in a general practice where I basically did both private and public law, being if you are in a general practice, whatever work that comes through that requires legal knowledge, you guys do. So I was a criminal lawyer, I was a labor lawyer, I was a family lawyer, I was a corporate lawyer, property lawyer, evictions was a thing, I was a wills and estates attorney, all of it. I've done it. Like, I've actually done it. And I did that for the duration of my articles, and thereafter I left practice and went into being in-house, corporate. Basically, I was in entertainment law, in an entertainment, productions and entertainment sphere. So my focus was entertainment law and ensuring compliance around that. So I did that after my articles for a period of 6 months where I was bored. Yeah, I was. That's why I then decided, okay, I've not done much of law besides reviewing contracts, doing compliance, and never really drafting much besides contracts in my job. Let me go on and do and go back in-house. So I then got in-house. Again, I was in legal insurance for a period of about, was it 12 months? No, it was over a year, I think. So I joined in August and left in October the following year. So that's about 14 months. So for 20 months, basically, for 20 months, I was just not 20, 18. I told you I'm bad in maths. For a period of about 18 months, I was not in practice at all. I was not litigating, because right now I am a litigation attorney, and in the practice that I was in, it was, as I've indicated, general litigation. So basically, my training as well as what I do now is mostly litigation. That's what I do. I thrive at that. That's why I get bored when I'm in an administrative some sort position, because I'm like, where's the anxiety? I need it. Joking. I sometimes miss the draw. Anyways, so after that, I went back into practice Went back to my old firm. I was a senior associate at that point, and again, then did pure litigation, and obviously some of the administrative things like wills, estates, all of that, but mostly litigation. Enjoy that very much because I don't argue loudly. If you know my litigation style, you know that I speak very fast in a normal conversation, but you know when I'm litigating, I'll be very clear, I'll be very slow, unless you irritate me as a witness in cross-examining you that you think, man. So I enjoy that. I enjoy litigation. I enjoy putting a witness on stand, questioning a witness, putting versions, assisting the court. Because basically, as a litigant, as an attorney, like, you are an officer of the court. You're there to assist the court into coming to a decision. Anyways, yeah, so I went back and did that in the general practices I've indicated, and thereafter this year, how many months ago? Should be about 6 months at this point, 6-7 months ago, I then joined a practice which is litigating. I was litigating before, but right now I am litigating. I'm sure this is gonna sound very wrong on YouTube, but trust me, I litigate. Like in the next coming week, I have 5 different trials until the 19th. How do you have 5 litigation cases? I feel like I'm employed by legal aid, honestly. I feel that I work as a legal aid attorney because what in the litigation is going on? Anyways, yeah, so I litigate. That's what I do. I litigate and I enjoy litigation, but I'm overwhelmed. That's why I'm not on YouTube. That's why I'm not blogging, because I am tired. Like, I've never been tired in my life like I am right now. Like, okay, I'm doing what I like because I'm practicing in an area of law that I love. If you know me, you know that my passions are family law and labor law. I do enjoy a bit of criminal law when it comes to the actual procedure of criminal law. I love, it's such a simple and nice procedure in criminal law, but obviously I don't like crime, so that's why I always have an issue with doing criminal law. But back to this, I love and do very well in labor law. I enjoy it, I'm good at it, and yeah. And then I also love family law. But basically right now, my speciality, you do get those few things in corporate, sometimes in family law, but our core and main focus is labor law. That's my thing. I wake up in the morning and think about the Labor Relations Act and speak about the Labor Relations Act until 4 o'clock. That's what I do. And sometimes you'd get the Employment Equity Act, all of the other things, but Labor Relations Act. And here's the difference. So what I want to speak about, and okay, why do I keep saying what I want to speak about when I'm already speaking? Sound like a preacher of some sort. Anyways, so in the 3 years of practicing, what I would tell myself if I was speaking to the young Aso who was starting a candidate attorney journey on 3 February 2020, because I started working as a CA on the 3rd of February, but my articles were registered on the 10th. So during this time, I would say enjoy the journey of learning about litigation and don't write off practice as yet. Like, that's what I would say to myself. Don't write off practice as yet, because as soon as I finished my articles, the next day I was like, I'm going in-house. Like, not even the next day, but I said in January, I'm going in-house, and went in-house, but I'm not an in-house girl. I do in-house well because I've said this and I'm going to say it again. Make excellence be your brand. And that's what I do. I excel in whatever position that I'm put in. Nanoma yipi, or whatever position in life in general, my skill is to excel. Friendship, uzani knows, boyfriend, girlfriending, uzani I'm good at it. Daughter, excelling. Sister, excelling. What else do I do? Yeah, but whatever that I do, my intention is to excel in it. And once I start not excelling, trust me, there's something wrong. And we should all be worried. And that's usually a cue for me to say, take a break. So the reason why I left practice was because I felt a bit tired and I was like, let me try something else because I feel like if I continue like this, I'm not going to excel. I'm not going to give the best that I can. So that's how I stepped back. That's how I left practice for some time. And as soon as, again, in-house, I remember when I left my first role, it was, I think, month 4 when I was like, I need to leave this place by August. Not because I don't like the job, I don't like the pay, but because it's time for me to do something where I'll continue showing the excellence of God in my life and just thriving because excellence honors God. So that's how I left. And then again, when I was then again in that next position, as soon as I felt that, okay, no, I get not just the feeling, but everything around me will say it's time. Trust me. If there's one thing to take away from this video is I wrote a post on Instagram where I said this week was about pivoting and accepting the graces of God. Wherever you are, I think the one thing you thank yourself later for is knowing when to pivot. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it is a plans that you've already done and be like, let's do a detour. Let's do something different. Let's accept God's call elsewhere. You're going to thank yourself. So that's what I'll tell myself if I were to be speaking to myself, going into articles, and also to myself after articles, thinking, okay, I'm never going to be practicing law again. No, you're going to practice law because you are a litigant. Like, what I am is a litigant. And Mom said this, Mom said this. The reason I always refer to Mom Zed, by the way, more than my mom, is because we are in the same profession. And when I speak, what I speak about here is usually about my profession and my life around being an attorney. It's no way me beefing with my mom, okay? So anyways, I need to clarify that because there are family members that watch my video and have different ideas. So she's always said, you are a litigant. Like, and that's what I am, and she's correct. Litigation is a lot. Like, I'm not joking when I say it's anxiety. You are constantly getting in the shoes of somebody who is in distress every other day. And unfortunately, in the practice that I am in, I get into that way too much. It's way too much, and I don't want to discuss that any further, but if you see me not in practice anytime soon, trust me, it's because I need to go and reboot my batteries in terms of my strength and love for litigation, because I know that I am a litigant and I'm good at that, but sometimes you just need a refresher. Take a detour, go in-house, be an advisor somewhere. I'll do that, and simply because I need a break, or go into a slower paced firm because it's important to refresh. And then the question that I get asked a lot of times is, would I go to the bar? I think I've answered this question before, but let me answer it again. The answer is yes. I'll go to the bar, I'll join the bar, but I'll join the bar in my 40s. Simply because Right now, I don't think, maybe it's me looking in a lens of something else. I don't think I've created enough connections and networks in terms of attorneys for me to say, let me join the bar. Maybe I still need to study what the business model of being an advocate actually looks like. Yeah, I think, give me time to study that. But yeah, in my 40s, when I no longer want to work for anyone at all, I'd go to the bar, because that would mean it's a time for me to maybe spend more time with my children and husband. Okay, yeah. When I have children, I will join the bar. How's that? And I know the bar is mostly litigation and litigating everywhere and anywhere. But yeah, I think for me, the time for me to do that would be that, because I'm going to answer the next question of why do I not have my own practice? I love stability. I love knowing that I have a salary that's coming in every month. That's the reason why I've never started my own practice. I don't have the mental capacity right now to have any other thing that's unstable. I don't want the responsibility of thinking about where my salary will come from right now. That's the only reason. Otherwise, in terms of management of practice and all of that, I can do that easily. I'd even say I did that while I was a CA. So running matters on my own. Even now, the model of our practice is that you run your own matters unless there's a need for you to ask for help. But you run your own matters. So I'm never worried about that. It's just a matter of financial stability. If someone can give me funding, proper funding, to somebody who can just say, Nangu 4 million. But anyways, whatever it is, that's the reason why I don't have my own practice. And then another question, would I ever go into the bench? Yes, I would. I'd love to be on the bench. I'd love to be on the bench later in life as well, like 50s and so on. Or not just, I keep saying numbers in terms of law, but later in my career when I feel like I've reached the ceiling, what's next? The bar. So, I mean, not the bar, the bench. So finally, am I staying in practice? So I've said I've practiced for about 4 years, 8 months, 9 months, whatever the number is. And I've been a lawyer person for that long and have practiced for a full 3 years. And yes, I'm staying in practice. The only reason why I would leave practice right now is I feel so burnt out that I just feel like, okay, I need a break. Of which, yeah, I do. I'm due for a break, like very soon. So yeah, but I am staying in practice. I enjoy practicing. I enjoy carrying my trolley bag everywhere. I also just miss, like, oh, and also the reason why I changed from purely doing labor law is because I miss wearing my gown. I miss wearing my gown and leading witnesses in a witness box, in a family law matter, in a eviction matter, in a whatever matter where I look at you and I please the court. I miss that. So yeah. And if I were starting my degree now, you'll all know that I first started with BSS and then did LLB. If I were changing to LLB as I did, I'd say go for it. You're actually going to do well, but whatever you do, make sure that you network very early and try get into those medium to large firms where you get to practice in general litigation, but for your comfort's sake, try and get into a medium. I would say go for it. That's what I tell myself. Anyways, with that said, this video is way too long. This is my review. I have nothing else to say. Love you lots, and I'll see you on my next video soon.